What's up everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm gonna tell you the money mistakes to avoid as a musician. I'm gonna share with you my personal experience. I don't have the perfect plan to save money or whatever. It's just I want to share with you what happened to me when I used to do all these mistakes and how much I ended up earning every month, well, saving every month. And just before this video starts, I would like you to destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm because it's gonna help. I'm not asking to buy like courses or whatever. I just want to share with you my experience. So just to help the channel, make sure to destroy the like button. And without being said, let's move on to the video. Here we go. Alright, so the money mistake number one that I noticed is useless gear. So basically what happened is I know a lot of musicians, especially guitarists, who keeps buying pedals, amps, guitars, etc. Don't get me wrong, that's fine. We've got our passion. We fulfilled our passion with these gears. But in my opinion, it's a big waste of money. You can do, with this money that you just bought on this gear, maybe you can buy some Facebook ads or you can buy some advertising to promote your band or your solo project. Or if you, I don't know, if you want to buy maybe some stage accessories such as like a backdrop or some new lights and everything. I don't think it's a good idea. So before buying an instrument, this is the questions that I ask myself. First, do I really need this? Second, is it worth it? And third, for how long am I gonna keep this? Because if I buy a brand new delay pedal that I don't own just for a single record, I'm not gonna be bothered and buy one. I'm just gonna ask a friend to borrow it and that's it, because I don't want to spend $100 every single time I need something, you know. And also the last recommendation that I can say about that is, especially regarding amps and effects, I've got a Helix, which I'm really happy with. I don't have any sponsorship with Line 6 for whatever, but it's just the way that I've got a full pedal board with everything included makes my life so much easier. So I just got one bag and maybe one other bag with two guitars in it, in case I break a string on stage or I need the 7th string or whatever. The simple, the easier, you know. So yeah, I hope it helps. Let's move on to the tip number two. Alright, so the second mistakes to avoid as a musician, it's maybe not a mistake, but it's something that you have to consider having, is an emergency fund. So we're gonna talk a bit about money, and I think it's the same as before. A lot of musicians keep buying stuff for their bands, for guitars and stuff, and then when it's time to pay the rent or whatever, they have to make a loan and then start getting debt because they just bought this $1,500 brand new guitar and then they got, you know, debts and so on. So I think the best thing to do as a musician is to get an emergency fund in case something's happening. But the best way to save up your money, I recommend you to read this book called Think Rich and Grow Rich and The Richest Man in Babylon, because it teaches you how to basically save up money, how important is an emergency fund. Because let's say tomorrow you've got a tour and your tour costs you, I don't know, maybe 10 to 20 grand, depends on the tour. Are you gonna be able to afford that? Or are you gonna take all the money or sell some gears and everything? If you can, once you receive your salary, save at least minimum 10% of your income. Even if it's like $100, it's $100, because if one day you need it, you'll be able to have it in an account. So open a high yield savings account, put it there, don't look at it, and just do automatic transfer every single month you get your paycheck. And trust me, in a few months or even years, in case one day you want, I don't know, maybe to change apartments or you need to change a tire on your car or whatever, you'll be happy to get this money and not being scared to be like, oh my god, I'm gonna be poor next month. No, it's not gonna happen because you've got this emergency fund. And remember when I told you just before, stop buying gears. So if you got some money to invest or to save, put it in your saving accounts and you will already get some money. So now let's move on to the third mistake every musician does. So now let's move on to the mistake number three. And the third mistake is alcohol and cigarettes. And it's a big one. And I know what I'm saying. So a year and a half ago, I quit drinking alcohol. And while I was drinking, I was not a heavy drinker, but I was drinking a lot, I would say, even during the weekend or during the week. And it cost me literally a lot of money. I don't have any regrets, but if I would get a regret, that would have been this one, because it cost me a lot of money. Just to give you an idea, every single month would be between $200 to $600, even $700 a month on alcohol. That could be, this money could have been so much better used, you know, and maybe like for a new guitar or for some advertising, or I don't know, something maybe better than actually alcohol. I told you just before to save up and stop buying gears, but sometimes you need to treat yourself, you know, but as long as it's not every month. For me, I like treating myself like once a year with a nice piece of gear as a reward of the hard work that I'm providing. But alcohol and cigarettes, the weights that people are drinking, or especially musicians, it's absolutely insane. Like right now we're in a bad period of the year, so we are at home and we're bored and we don't drink or whatever, but it is really a big expense on alcohol. So to give you an idea, if we do the math, if I was spending between $300 to $400 a month on alcohol, it would be ended up to like $3,500 a year. Can you imagine $3,000 a year? That could have been like my Facebook ads for my bands, that could have been a piece of gear that I need, that could have been a brand new plugin that I need, or something better to push forwards my career as a musician. So try to avoid as much as you can alcohol and cigarettes, because it costs a lot of money. And instead of that, invest this money to go to a gym, to be care of yourself. And now let's move on to the fourth mistakes. So the fourth mistake that I noticed is, I know a lot of musicians who works in a full-time job and got their bands on the side, but they forgot that I think it could be really important as well to get a side hustle. A side hustle is something that you work on the side. It could be working during the weekend in a bar, or working in the gym, giving some guitar lessons, or I don't know, working in the studio or something like that. And I think it could be really important, especially as a musician. Work is not our fear. So a lot of people are like, oh yeah, but I'm tired. Dude, you're not tired, you just don't want to do that. They start complaining to be like, yeah, but I don't earn enough money, blah 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 blah. So they're complaining, they are negative. And I'm like, dude, if you want, you've got a problem right now, so solve this problem. What could be the solution? Ask yourself the good question. And I think it could be great for every musician to have a side hustle, such as, yeah, YouTube channel, giving lessons, because you can get always extra money on the side, and you can put this money and maybe just going toward your bands, or toward your or just paying your expenses with this side hustle. And then from your full-time job, you can put all this money and put it into your band, and you see you've got like a really nice movement of your money who goes to yourself, to your band, to everything you need. And you're not struggling enough. And yeah, of course it's tiring, but that's what we chose, you know, because we love what we do and we would fight for it, you know, at least in my case. Now I'm happy to do everything full-time here, but it took me 5 years before to get to this point, and I was working 60 to 70 hours a week. And I remember in 2017 I didn't get a single day off, like without watching TV, for 4 months in a row. 4 months. Why? Because I love what I do, I want to make it happen, and I would like to fight for it every single day, to not having a boss above me to tell me what to do. Like right now I'm making this YouTube video just to help you on what I've been through, and I hope it really helps. And make sure to destroy the like button one more time. Have a side hustle, keep grinding that money, and let's move on to the fifth tip. So the fifth money mistakes to, in my opinion, as a musician, is my favorite one, is not to investing in yourself earlier. And what it means about that is, when I quit drinking about a year and a half ago, I had this spare money because I didn't buy more gears. I saved up some money in case I need it, got a side hustle, so I got a little bit more comfortable, and I quit drinking obviously. And because I went to the gym, I've got way more energy, so I can do way more stuff during the days without being tired. And with everything that I received from there, it was about time to invest in myself, into books, online courses, seminar, audiobooks, and all this kind of stuff, to be a better person and being able to make your dream even more better. And that's really something that I want in my life. Is I've got a bucket list that I want to accomplish, and we can get this pandemic or anything like that, but I won't stop for this, you know. The way to invest in yourself, I didn't know how to save money, I didn't know how to invest my money in, because now what I do, even for the channel, I don't have a lot of subscribers, as you can see, I don't have a lot of views. I'm not making it for money, I'm making it because I want to help people. That's something that I really want to do. The way that I invested in myself reconciliate me with money, as I just said, but it helps my business a lot, and it helps myself a lot as well. And this is something that everybody should do, and you will see it could be really benefits for you, for your bands, for your band members and everything, and trust me, you're gonna crush it if you do that. One more thing is one book. If you want to start with, just start with books. Even if you don't like reading, I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna help you reading. Right now, let's say you're making $2,000 a year or a month, but how about $20,000 while you're asleep? What would you say about that? For me, I would be like, absolutely, yeah, I want to make it happen. And basically what I learned is through books. I didn't like reading, now I absolutely enjoy, because it's subjects that I enjoy talking about and it helps me. And I've got an amazing book to recommend you. So the book that I'm talking about is Rich Dad Poor Dad, and it's an amazing book. So it's written by Robert Kiyosaki. Maybe you know him, maybe you don't. I'm not a huge fan of the character, but the way he explained the value of money and passive incomes and assets and liabilities opened my eyes about money, and now I know what to deal with. So I'm not gonna spoil any of this. I'm gonna link the book in the description in case you're interested, but it's an amazing book to start with. And yeah, you'll see. After that, you will understand a lot of things about money and about life in general. Alright, so thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope it helps you to understand a little bit more the few traps we can make as a musician regarding money. So make sure to destroy the like button, and if you have, make sure to drop a comment as well, because I'm always happy to know what you guys think. And make sure to subscribe on the channel as well, and I see you on the next video. Bye bye!